Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen. May 27th, 2019, we just ticked over to it. Oh, yes. The European elections are happening. What up, Mr. Lavagna? Brexit is rising. Common sense is rising. We're flexing it for Brexit. Welcome to the Outrage Cast. Pile in, Outrage crew. We're going to have some goddamn fun tonight. Oh, yes. Started on my new screenplay today. Didn't sign up at the fourth wall because there was, hardly anybody goddamn on the lineup. Sundays are always the slowest day. William Lavagna's disappointed Tommy Robinson didn't win. Yeah, I didn't check that, but it was a big win for common sense reality. All right, unlike all of the sniveling leftist publications in the BBC, no. Unlike them, I don't refer to Marine Le Pen and Nigel Farage as far right because they all so desperately want to link them with the Nazi Party. How dare they want any cultural continuity in their nation? Pure evil. Why wouldn't you just want to submit your will to the EU? We need an extra layer of bureaucracy cake. The bureaucracy cake is not thick enough, ladies and gentlemen. We must thicken it up. What up, David? Glad to see you back. I wanted to have another beer last night, but after I smoked the herb, after I was 3 beers deep, it would not have been a responsible decision, ladies and gentlemen, to go another beer. We live to fight another day for Western civilization. We're keeping it reined in, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going off the rails and getting all beta and crying because we can't stop eating ice cream after our beers. It's not what we do here, ladies and gentlemen. We eat our broccoli, all right? We stay proteined up. We stay lean and mean, and we hit the natty lights like a goddamn gentleman. And I'm always tempted to go one more beer because the Outrage crew is so goddamn rowdy and fun. David said he finally got back in the gym today after a good 2-3 months off. There you go, dude. Get back on that horse. Take it down to the Old Town Road. You can't tell me nothing. Back in that gym, baby. See, my motivation to go to the gym is because I have, I got a whole mouthful of sweet teeth. All right, and I like pizza. And I like donuts. All right, so I make myself earn those treats with the iron. I think it was Arnold who said, I always take a risk for my pleasure. Let me Google that quote because I love that quote. Having an appetite of an Okie? Oh yeah, dude. That's that's diabetes land. Headquarters. What up, front hoe enthusiast? Yeah, I like that. I like horrible food. I love a good Domino's pizza, dude. It doesn't have to be high quality pizza. I like Little Caesars. I like that $5.48 hitter after my workout, dude. I get done pumping, I go over, straight over to the Little Caesars, get that piping hot pie, and I dig right in. And then I get a full pint of ice cream after that, dude. You get that carb up. All right, that'll refuel the glycogen in your muscles. Get you all swollen, bursting out of your goddamn tank top. Let me Google that quote, though. Always take a risk for your pleasure. Who said that? I can't find it attributed to anybody, so I'm just going to call it my quote. What up, cheap Jewish man? The outraged chancellor once said, he always takes a risk for his pleasure. It's a good rule to live by. Got to get in there and, it's not that risky of an endeavor to go to the gym, but, if you have improper form, you can fuck up. You're getting out there, dude. Took a risk the other day. I upped my weights. Sometimes you got to up your weight. Force your muscles to adapt. David says, I imagine Hollywood gyms are pretty packed. Yeah, I go to Planet Fitness. I think they have Planet Fitness all around the country. They have it in my hometown, Ponca City, Oklahoma. They have a Planet Fitness. So when I go back and visit the family, I can hit up the gym before my mother tries to fatten me up with all the goddamn celebratory treats. Oh yeah, people make fun of Planet Fitness because their marketing campaign is absolutely absurd and retarded. But I pay no attention to that. I just look at $10 a month, and that's perfectly fine with me. But what's funny about Planet Fitness is they explicitly they shame people who are actually in shape. It's supposed to be, no gym intimidation, because people who are in shape and know how to lift weights, well, they're intimidating. They're an insult, all right, to people who are just getting started. It's like, only in working out, only in something that attached to people's ego is like expertise shamed. Like, nobody gets shamed for being an expert in literature. No, they get to teach the class. Nobody's like, oh, you're making me feel bad about my Shakespeare knowledge. Fuck. Get away from me, you goddamn expert. But at the Planet Fitness, they have signs on the wall with like a muscled up dude, and a weighted bar, and it has a circle with a slash through it. Nobody who knows what they're doing should be in here because it hurts our feelings. Why can't you just take some goddamn inspiration? Why does it always have to be this, beta cowering, inferiority complex where you're like, oh my God, he looks better than me. No. What kind of horseshit marketing campaign is that? You don't need a marketing campaign when the shit is $10 a month, though. Just call it Planet Fitness and put weights in the building, and people will come for $10 a month. You don't have to have this, extravagant social justice campaign where you're like, oh my God, people who are in shape are assholes. They have this big sign on the wall that says lunk alarm, all right? And it has this fake alarm, and the concept is it gives the definition for the word lunk, right? And a lunk is a guy who growls during his reps, carries a big jug of water around, all right? So he's growling during his reps. He's pushing his limits, all right? He's taking risks for his pleasure. He's setting new plateaus. He's winning. They don't want that. They want you to be safe, and they don't want you to push it to the limit. All right, the guy who carries a big jug of water around. How terrible. He's staying hydrated. You don't want to be a lunk. You'd much rather pass out from dehydration. All right? And then the lunk is the guy who slams his weights. Well, he's pushing the limit. We can't have that. I set the goddamn lunk alarm off every time I go. And they know the deal, dude. We're flexing it for Brexit. David's talking about them steroids. Well, all in due time. All right. I'm going to, I would indulge myself in one of those light anabolics like Anavar. you know, little oral anabolic. And you got to pair it with some liver cleansing, some Silimar in there. And you just get that extra level of jackedness. I don't want to be, you know, shooting needles in my ass or anything like that. It's not that serious, dude. I'm a stand-up comic. All right, but I like getting swole. How much roids can you buy for $10 a month? Yeah, if liberalism was a gym, it would be Planet Fitness for sure, David. Exactly. But you know, we go in there and I shame the communists at Planet Fitness right to their face, dude. I'm on that military press. I'm on that weighted chin up. I'm on that weighted dip. All right. Collectivists hate him. Why can't you redistribute some of that lean body mass to the rest of us? Oh, I'm earning it through my free will and personal responsibility, god damn it. It's a meritocracy in the gym, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get intimidated, all right? If you see me at the gym, you know, and you're feeling inferior, just ask me some questions. I'll be more than happy to help. I'll give you some goddamn diet tips on your carbohydrate cycling. We can have you eating pizza and ice cream and getting shredded at the same time in no time, dude. It's not that complicated. What up, Cactus Jack? We were just talking about Planet Fitness and you know how it's the gym version of leftism. They shame anyone who's in shape, and you have to feel inferior and intimidated by anybody who knows what they're doing. Front Hole Enthusiast says he grunts when doing beer curls and then lunk it play handlebars. Well, you know what the fuck it is, dude. You know what it is when, you know, when Europe gets that spirit of Americana, all right? When the outrage maniacs in the Brexit party, brother, when they get it fired up, brother, there ain't no goddamn EU bureaucrats, brother. They're going to step in the way of this Americana freight train. It's coming to the Europe. Come on, Farage. Whoa. Ah. Come on, Le Pen. We're not far right, brother. We're just right. Oh, yeah, brother. David says, you must have a very intimidating physique at the local synagogue. Dude, I am the intimidator, all right, when it comes to, you know, chicken-shouldered gay Jews. They call me the intimidator. Because I'm that Oklahoma outlaw comic, all right? I get up and say what needs to be said, dude. And once I get a concealed carry, all right, motherfuckers will know what's up, all right? It's the Lil Jon libertarian principle, all right? Don't start no shit, won't be no shit. Oh my God, he's a pirate. He's got a battleship of Outragians. Legend says he keeps his sword sheathed. David says, can I conceal carry in Hollywood? Well, we're going to make it happen, dude. With the help of the Outrage crew. PayPal.me/Outrage TV. That's the conceal carry fund. Because there's motherfuckers out here, you know, getting stabbed in the streets. I see the updates on my phone, dude. You know, there's home invasions going on. It's not happening to the Outrage Chancellor. We're taking precautions, you know. We're defending Western civilization. We're body slamming Andre the Giant.
All right, that's that deep state establishment creep complex. They're the big Andre the Giant of corruption, dude. And we're picking them motherfuckers up, brother. Taking them for a ride, brother. Long way down from that top turnbuckle, brother. What up, Aaron Friedman?
What's happening, my bigots?
That's that rebranding, all right? Everybody wants to call white people racist for no reason, all right? So we got to, we got to rebrand the term. We got to turn it into a term of endearment. You don't do or say anything actually racist, but you go up to your other white friends and you're like, hey, what's happening, my bigots? What's popping off, bigots? You know you my main bigot, right? Bigot, please. You turn it into that term of endearment, dude. Flip the script, turn the tables. Leftists don't know what hit them. But you're supposed to be mad when I call you a bigot. Oh, that's my control mechanism over you. You're not complying. Ah. That's that B-rabbit. That's when that's that Eminem strategy. You use all their artillery against you before they even have a chance to deploy it. Oh, you want to call me a bigot and try to control me? Well, I am a bigot. What do you want to do now? Oh, I was born in a trailer park. Yes, I did live with my mom after college. It was a brief stint. I figured it out. Decided I didn't want to be an engineer. David, yes, I was born in a trailer park. All right, but we swiftly moved out. All right, because my dad started a small business, bicycle shop in Ponca City, Oklahoma. All right, that was back when he had the porn stash and the long hair. I don't remember the trailer life because I was only in there until I was like 1 year old. Then we moved into a house. Parents got their shit together. But I was born into that trailer, and they had an entire room in the trailer that was for their pet birds. They had a bunch of parakeets. And goddamn cockatoos and cockatiels, and a bunch of goddamn bird cages. My parents are crazy. When my dad started that bike shop, grew his porn mustache and shaved his legs, he wanted to be in that Tour de France, but he settled for starting a bike shop. All right. And then he got ran out of business by Walmart. Fuck. But there was a stint there where, he was, we were economically sufficient with the bike shop, Dude, my house was the place to be growing up. For all my friends to come over, we had a goddamn, dope-ass little backyard scene. My dad had built this fort for me and my friends. It was like 15 feet tall, architecturally sound, fucking perfect wood paneling. Built this giant fort with a sandbox underneath it and a basketball goal perfectly fucking 10 feet regulation height on the front of it. All right, we had a goddamn trampoline. We had an above ground pool. And you better goddamn believe we were jumping off that trampoline into the pool. We were jumping off the trampoline and throwing down dunks on the basketball goal. Shit was off. All right, at the Jordan household. It was off the chain. My dad would, build custom bikes for my friends. He would build, jumps for us to fucking jump our bikes on. He'd build us a little fucking wood, pretend guns that had clothespins on the top so you could stretch a fucking rubber band from the tip of the gun back to the clothespin on the top and then whack, just fucking shoot your friend in the neck with it. Just ah! My dad was out there in the garage, getting stoned and using power tools and getting creative. I thought he was just out there smoking cigarettes because my mom smoked cigarettes, but my dad, he was out there on that sneak toke tip. Out there getting his cannabinoids fired up, using power tools. I don't know if get me as far away from a skill saw as humanly possible if I'm stoned, dude. No, thank you. But my dad got them nerves of steel. He's that super practical patriot. All right, he changes his own oil. He jacks that car up. He gets in there. Me, I stand by, while I'm playing on my Game Boy. All right, and thinking about ridiculous stories and jokes. No, we're not going to get into that, David. We'll keep it civilized here. Cheap Jewish man says he smoked meth in a trailer once or twice. Well, what a unique life experience. You should write a novel. I've written screenplays about people who use cocaine in trailers. Is Brexit racist? Asked Aaron Friedman.
What a troll question.
How dare you? We're not flexing for racism on the podcast. We're flexing for
Personal freedom.
the ability for the individual to determine somewhat his, supposedly
Representative government.
as if it has any actual, responsibility and adherence to what the public wants them to do. They just
Collect your tax cattle money. Oh, yes. We're siphoning the tax cattle resources. And we're adding extra layers of bureaucracy to the bureaucracy cake.
So it's 7 layers of bureaucracy cake above you where decisions are actually being made. And you, the tax cattle, just have to sit there and wallow in your nice little mud pile that the EU has created for you. All right? And let the North African migrants come in and attempt to sodomize you and your family. And all you can do, you can vote and you can say, and neither one of them help. So sometimes you got to go over to that, you got to tap into that Nigel Farage resource there and get that full-throated patriot up there, all right, to lay down the reality. So it was a win for Farage in England, win for Le Pen in France, and there was an Italian guy that seemed to be kind of nationalistic and anti-EU. Yeah, I can't think of his name. Salvini. There you go, David. Well, Brexit is bigotry if you're talking satire. All right? Because, if you get it like Nigel Farage, you just laugh at the media mischaracterizations of you, and then you look around at your patriot supporters and you're like, what's up, my bigots? We're getting it done. And I love their cute little tactic of labeling everybody far right who's not an out and out socialist, knuckle dragging collectivist, beta rage moron.
Oh, if you don't support the future, the socialist progressive future of leading down the road of 250 million dead smoldering bodies and lovely collectivist manipulation sneakery, if you're not into that, oh my God, you're far right. Oh, you're right next to Hitler. You're Hitler's right-hand man.
So retarded, dude. They're just preying on the young and the propagandized from the universities. And it's just, can you not Google socialism death count? Can you just Google that? But it's also this confusion about quote unquote right wing and what constitutes being right wing, and that oh, if you get too right wing, you become, far right and alt right and white nationalist. They all try to it's all three of those terms. They try to lump you in with Nazism and white supremacy. And it's a big farce because they have no other argument other than these bullshit labels. But it's a bullshit label because the Nazis were leftists. They were the National Socialist Party. Hitler was a vegetarian, failed artist who couldn't get laid. And he was really pissed off. That was the whole Third Reich thing, was just a bunch of beta rage, fantastical, world domination fantasy bullshit. And he was really pissed off because none of the Jewish chicks wanted to fuck him. And they just looked at him like, Hitler, you're not even selling any of these paintings. You're working all day on the paintings. Nobody likes the paint. Why are you eating a tofu salad, Hitler? I don't think this is going to work out. And Hitler was like, 9! You all die. And that's how the Holocaust happened. It was a big beta rage, masturbatory fuck fest. All because Hitler couldn't get laid by some Jewish chicks, dude. They were too high IQ. They recognized he had no prospects. That's what Hitler was, that beta rage enthusiast. What up, Alan James? I tried Googling socialism death count. It said, did you mean Nazis? Did you mean Nazi Donald Trump Charlottesville? It just redirects you to, any political inquiry. Did you mean Nazi Donald Trump Charlottesville? Dude, Joe Biden is so pathetic. When he announced for his presidency, he didn't put forth any policies, anything, any ideas, anything original. What up, High Flyer? His coming out announcement was like, oh my God, the evil. When Donald Trump said there were fine people on both sides at Charlottesville. Oh, what a dark path this country's going down, and it just makes me want to take a nap. And I'm getting up there and Trump calls me sleepy, but I don't think there's anything wrong with a nap now and then. And as long as I can get a neck to sniff here and there, it keeps me awake. All right, I'm back awake. Okay. If I can find a little girl to fondle their titties on YouTube, and it'll just turn me into Clint Eastwood, Go ahead, punk. Make my day. Bring me a little girl. Let me fondle her titties on camera. Okay. Right in front of her parents. Just hope I can get through one term of this. Oh, man, I need a nap. Oh, my God, the evil of Charlottesville. So retarded, dude. It was called a Unite the Right rally. And yes, some retards who called themselves Nazis showed up at the rally, but it was in large, it was a conservative rally to unite libertarians and regular conservatives and even quote unquote far right people and like more extremists. They wanted to bring them together and have a dialogue between them, and they had a permit to assemble.
Are you gonna peace in?
Oh, we're talking about Brexit as well too, High Flyer. I'll get to it, but I'm on a rant about Charlottesville. We flexing for Brexit, dude. Oh, that fucking personal freedom, baby. Get it. Farage won. Le Pen won. Salvini won. Fuck these lib cocks. I don't like calling them liberals, all right? Because they're not liberals. They're manipulators. Just like the Charlottesville thing. You manipulate reality until it fits your narrative. And then Trump saying, oh, the Nazis are fine people. Oh my God. What a dark path for this republic. The left never brings up the republic anymore. It's all about democracy. Oh, because everybody gets a vote, even the illegal, third world immigrants that we're importing. High Flyer says Theresa May for president of USA. How dare you even imply such a thing? We don't need a crybaby failure. Oh yeah, the president of Ukraine. Apparently a stand-up comic. That's super weird. Eventually I may have to throw my hat in the ring. I'm only 28, but we're getting toward political age. I might have to get in there and actually save Western civilization. All right, but for now, we're just doing it through the Outrage cast. All right, paypal.me/Outrage TV if you'd like to contribute to the Western Civilization Defense Fund. Alan James says democracy is two wolves and a sheep voting on what's to eat for dinner.
There you go.
Well, what it always ends up in is the unproductive people voting to take away the resources of the productive people.
That government redistribution, oh, we need it. They would just roll over and die in the streets without redistributing the income.
Newsflash, the income was not distributed to begin with. People made money based on the value they contributed to the economy. What up, Kiki? The money was not distributed. There is no redistribution. All right, Robin Hood was a cunt. There is no such thing as noble theft. There can be theft with an extra layer of resentment on it. Oh, and that makes it extra tantalizing for the resentful cuck beta leftist. No, I don't like Robin Hood. That's how the people justify these redistributionary policies. He stole back everyone's taxes for them? I don't know about that. Well, I'm saying the narrative of Robin Hood justifies this whole, steal from the rich, give to the poor, and the government justifies it, with a gun to your head. Cactus Jack coming in back hot to the chat saying Richard Nixon was a pedophile. What's up, Denise? But yeah, it's all this victim baiting where the government has to convince you that you don't have a goddamn chance in hell. All these rich people are trying to fuck you over. It's called capitalism for a reason. They're trying to capitalize on your misfortunes. They just don't give a fuck. We're going for another beer, ladies and gentlemen. I'm taking an outrage piss. I shall return. And you goddamn right, we're flexing it for Brexit, baby. We're getting that fuck vote leave, baby. Oh, the EU doesn't want it. Are you going to the bathroom? Heaven is in the bathroom right now. It's an outrage crisis. Will he piss in the sink or not? He will hold it. We must remain civilized for Western civilization. We can't just go pissing in our sink. All right?
We cannot do that.
Robin Hood and his merry men were gay. Yeah, they were the original deep state. All right, they were the original deep state butt pumpers. James says, heaven taking that outrage dump. Oh, it's outrageous, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we got to up the class level of this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting, we're getting classier. All right, we're upping our technology. I downloaded the Logitech software, and I was attempting, to sneak and scheme my way into starting the stream on the camera that, the esteemed Alan James helped me purchase for the Outrage crew. And I don't know how to do it. I had the camera plugged in, and I downloaded the Logitech software, and then I brought up the Logitech software, and everything was good. I had my hotkey set up to cut to the display, all right, and it was looking good. It was saying, I may need more resources on my hardware to run 30 frames per second, at the resolution I was at. But I was like, okay, it's probably going to work. I closed out some programs, but then I was like, how do I connect it to my YouTube account? How do I connect the Logitech software to my YouTube account? Then I Googled that, and it was just like, oh, just go to youtube.com/webcam, and then I did that, and it went, and it looked like it was going to work, but it's like, then are the hotkeys still going to work as they're programmed in the Logitech software? I don't know. It's all so goddamn confusing, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, when you start a stream, choose source virtual cam. All right, I think I tried that. I don't know. I'll give it a go tomorrow night. I'll try. I'll try. Do I have to have the program running? Do I have to have the Logitech software running and then go into the browser and go to youtube.com/webcam, or can I just go to youtube.com/webcam without the app open? Because I think I tried that. I think I tried the Logitech software option on the source on the YouTube page, and then it said there was an error, and I didn't have the app open because I had closed it because I went to the browser. Perhaps I have to have the app open. We shall figure it out, ladies and gentlemen. I am a noob. Cactus Jack says, if slavery wasn't that long ago to the blacks, then neither were the LA riots. Oh my God. No need for riots. Everybody's all, paranoid that, the political polarization is going to, lead to some kind of, violence in the streets. I don't see it, dude. Unless there's a big catastrophic economic collapse, or a big catastrophic, I don't know, some, apocalyptic event. Life is too good in first world countries for people to get out in the streets. They're going to continue, talking shit on Twitter, and making their YouTube videos. And it's, it's a battle of arguments as it stands. And the collectivist. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what the hell happened. We're back. Oh my God. All right. What up, Elliot Brown? Alan James says, if you just choose the cam, it's just the cam. If you choose virtual, then choose logic capture. Yeah, then I think if you choose it, you don't have to have it open. It will say can't connect. So then open it. Yeah. So you think I should choose the Logitech capture and then open it? Yeah, sorry about the interruption, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what the hell's going on. They don't want us to flex it for Brexit. They don't want the patriots to take back their countries. They don't want freedom and personal responsibility to reign supreme. They don't want a legit competition. They don't want the even playing field.
Then when equality of outcome, oh yes, we almost finish at the exact same time. No innovators, no legends. No, it's hurtful.
It all goes back to Planet Fitness. I'm gonna have to talk about Planet Fitness on stage, dude, because it's a microcosm of the entire thing. You know, it's all this, just hating competence, hating excellence because you haven't achieved it yet. How about get inspired, cocksucker? Learn something.
I'm gonna get toilet paper.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will take the outrage piss. Hopefully, the deep state does not sabotage my stream. All right? YouTube obviously isn't recommending me anymore, but we don't give a fuck. We're getting the dragon energy, fired it up. Share it out manually. Share the stream out. Like it if you like it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this motherfucker bigger. Just like the outrage chancellor's shoulders. We're getting it bigger. We're flexing for Brexit. You guys know what the fuck it is. Be right back.
Faggot.
Don't say that.
Faggot.
Don't say that.
Hope you have a great week, guys. Be happy, and God bless you all. And rate his P and 9, at least. He's very proud about his face. Honestly, I've heard this guy pee for 3 minutes. I did for the stream because God is good. No, I didn't. I wasn't me. Oh. Look, this is rocks. Rocks. Today's.
Yeah, it really is hilarious what the left tries to do with political labels, because that's all they have is mislabeling, the right and trying to slander their ideology because they don't understand the principles of freedom. I mean, freedom-minded individuals, all right, libertarians, anarchists, we understand all of the leftist arguments because a lot of us came out of leftist history. I was a leftist, pretty much. I voted for Obama in 2008 because I thought being a liberal had something to do with personal freedom.
Are all left-handed people leftists then? Oh, wow.
But they don't have any arguments against our position because they don't understand our position. And so all they have to do is smear and, slander and talk shit and get triggered and get offended and, call people names. Ad hominem attacks. Yeah, exactly, not a bear. Right wing believes in no government. That's actual anarchism. Yeah, I don't understand how anybody could be a leftist anarchist. Like, they're supposedly anarcho-communist people. Like, what? That's an oxymoron. Like, how can you want no government but you want a communist system at the same time? Communism has to be enforced by a centralized monopoly.
Wouldn't anarchists not even acknowledge the terms that is used by the government in general leftist or rightist at all and just say I'm an anarchist?
Well, yeah, but there are people that call themselves anarcho-communists.
Why don't you just call yourself you instead of using the terms that you
Well, it's just a short, phrase to describe your ideology.
Real anarchists wouldn't say anything. They'd say, so that name was identified by the government.
Yeah, it's just that word trickery, dude. Because they want to lump you in. Any freedom-minded individual, you have to be lumped in with the evil Nazis. Oh, he's far right. He's an alt-right adjacent Nazi bigot Pepe Frog. Oh, Lord. That's what, you know, the goofy leftist, you know, resentful comics at Fourth Wall. They think I'm the alt-right guy. Oh my God. He's 4chan personified. Well, I am a meme master. All right? I'm the outrage chancellor. I'm the consensual Genghis Khan. All right? Some people call me the consensual Genghis Khan. What the fuck? Why is the stream